Good afternoon, and everyone. Welcome into Franklin College. Here's a beautiful day for a softball doubleheader as your Franklin Grizzlies host the Bluffton Beavers. Franklin on the back of a sweep versus Rose Holman earlier this week, 2 8-0 wins, and they moved to 12-0 in conference play. Today they host Bluffton, who come in today 0-11, looking for their first win in the ACAC play this season. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, the batting order for the visitors, Bluffton. Number 22, Mia McCartney. Number 8, playing left field, Liz Kreitz. Number 23, the designated player, Emily Hope. Number 6, the pitcher, Haley Lewis. Number 15, right fielder, Kaylee Mitchell. Number 16, the center fielder, Julia Ledger. Number 5, Crystal Days. Batting 8th, number 3, the shortstop, Haley Leonard. Number 27, the second baseman, Ashley Cloker. And then starting on the mound for your Grizzlies today is number 5, Lauren Duncan. And it starts us off with strike number 1.
I didn't go. You didn't go? I was wearing a shirt. Oh, nice. I got the sleeve.
Lauren Duncan having a really good season so far with a 2.78 ERA as McCartney lays down a bunt, but Duncan makes a play and fires the first for the first out. Duncan, 9 complete games, 3 shutouts, 11 and 4 in her 15 starts. Been really dominant this year for the Grizzlies, helping this team go to their so far perfect ACAC start to the season. That's the 1-0 pitch, fouled off. And the 1-1 is high and outside to Liz Kreitz. That one inside, barely missed her, and now ball 3-1 to the left fielder. Fouled off toward the right side. So now the payoff pitch, fouled off, stays 3-2. So the payoff pitch again in there, called ball 4. So a 1-out walk sees Liz Kreitz reach first, and now they bring up the designated player, Emily Hope. A tough call there on the outside black for Lauren Duncan. And now has to deal with the early base runner with Emily Hope, who skies one into center field. Wagner, patrolling center, makes the grab for out number 2. Defensively, the Grizzlies lined up behind the plate, Kendall Lowry, and on the mound, Lauren Duncan. At first base, Genesis Munoz. At second base, Molly Wallace. At short, number 13, Shelby Crockett. As there's another line drive hitting center field, drops in front of Ariana Wagner, and a 2-out base hit puts 2 on board as Haley Lewis gets the first hit of the day for Bluffton. At third for the Grizzlies is Skylar Weber. In the outfield is Ruth Kaiser, Ariana Wagner, and Kaylee Stewart in right. And Duncan starts off Michael, and gets strike 1. And 1 skied out of play, strike number 2. So Duncan trying to navigate the early base runners here in the first inning. Try to get a chase on the outside half. No offering there from the right fielder, Kaylee Michael. And the 0-2 is popped up left side. Trying to get there is Weber, who can't get there on the dive, so stays 1-2. And the 1-2 upstairs evens the count back up. So now 2-2. Swung on a hit straight back to the pitcher, Duncan, who fires over first and gets out of the early inning jam. So 1 hit on no errors with 1 walk in the inning for Bluffton, and the Grizzlies get out without giving up a run. Grizzlies will be up on offense here in the next half of the inning. So it's the Grizzlies' turn for offense, and leading off is the center fielder Ariana Wagner, who is having one heck of a season for the Grizzlies. Leads the team in almost every statistical category with 11 homers and 10 doubles. And she starts off first pitch swing, sky into center field and off the wall. A leadoff single for Ariana Wagner. Drove that one hard and deep into left or center field, and gets the Grizzlies started on offense with the leadoff single. So first pitch of the game from Haley Lewis results in a hit, and now Ruth Kaiser, left fielder, steps in the box for Franklin. And she goes first pitch swing, and it's a line drive to second, caught and fired over to first for the double play. Great play from the second baseman, Ashley Cloker, and gets 2 outs on the second pitch of the game for Haley Lewis. Grizzlies offense being aggressive to start off here, trying to get some early hits, and that one turns into a unlucky double play for the Grizzlies. As now Molly Wallace steps in the box. Wallace batting .409 with over 1,000 OPS. Hitting really well this year for the Grizzlies. Starting at second base today. And Wallace gets into the count 2-1 now. That one is fouled off to the left side, 2-2 now. 2-2 is fouled off right sides. Count stays where it is. Haley Lewis on the mound, making her 20th appearance of the season, her 11th or 12th start. Has a 6.87 ERA with 4 complete games and 70 innings pitched. And Wallace shoots that one into center field, gets past the center fielders, and Wallace rounds first, heading towards second, and in there with a stand-up double. So a 2-out double puts a runner in scoring position for now the first baseman, Genesis Munoz.
The first baseman, number 20, Genesis Munoz.
A really solid swing there from Molly Wallace. Drove that one deep into center field on the ground, get past the center fielder, Julia Ledger, and now the Grizzlies have a runner in scoring position for their first baseman. That one is high and outside, so 2-0 quickly to Munoz. So 2-0 pitch swung on, hit towards center field. That one is playable for Julia Tedger, and that gets Bluffton out of the inning. They give up 2 hits, but no runs, with a great double play from the second baseman, Ashley Cloaker, help get out that inning for Bluffton. So we head to the top of the second in just a moment. So here for the top of the second, Julia Tedger, who was active in that first inning, comes up to the bat and grounds one up the middle for a base hit to start the inning for Bluffton. So an early start to the inning for Bluffton as Tedger gets on base on the first pitch. Both teams attacking that first pitch, trying to drive it up the middle for some hits here. And that one is swung on, hit to the right side, and drops in no man's land. No one can get there, so strike one for the first baseman, Kreishel Dales. Dale swings and shoots one into left center field. Wagner makes the catch on the run. Great play from Ariana Wagner to track that one down deep in the gap and take away a hit from the first baseman, Dales. So that brings up Haley Leonard, shortstop. Leonard played in 22 games with 17 starts and is batting 100 on the season. And she shows around for a bunt. Duncan fields and fires at first for the second out. Good pitcher defense there from Lauren Duncan, and gets the second out here in the top of the second. So now the second baseman, Ashley Cloaker, who turned a huge double play in the bottom of the first for Bluffton, now trying to get a hit here with a runner in scoring position, bring home the game's first run, and fouls off the first pitch straight back. One misses outside. 1-1. And this one is blooped towards center field. On the run is the second baseman Wallace and makes the grab for out number 3 here in the top of the second. So Bluffton gets a hit and leaves one stranded in the top of the second, and we'll head to the bottom of the second where Kendall Lowry will lead off for the Grizzlies with Shelby Crockett and Kennedy Bond due up. So bottom of the second now, Kendall Lowry to lead off the inning, the catcher today, batting .404 heading into this contest. Has 11 doubles on the season and takes ball 1 in the dirt. The wind's starting to pick up here, blowing out towards right center field, so ball in the air. Could see some distance on it. That one is skied up and it drops fair. As I was talking about the wind blows that one back fair. So a crazy hit for Kendall Lowry, as that one was clearly going foul but blown back into fair territory. So leadoff single. Counts the same in the book. Will use a pinch runner for Kendall Lowry.
Number 6, Alyssa Pash.
Alyssa Pash is the runner now on first base as Shelby Crockett steps into the box. And this one is hit foul to the right side. Foul ball right side for Shelby Crockett, gets strike 1. Runner on first. So 1-1, swung on, hit shallow right field. That one will drop in for a hit. Pash trying to get over to second and in there in time. So back-to-back singles. See runners on first and second for the Grizzlies as a designated player, Kennedy Bond, steps in the box.
Designated player number 27, Kennedy Bond.
Kennedy Bond just getting her 9th start of the season, batting .167 on the year, trying to turn that around as that show a bunt attempt gets away from the catcher. And that one is a stolen base. Moves the Grizzlies runners up 60 feet. And so second and third for Franklin with Kennedy Bond up in the count, 1-0. That's a swing and a miss foul ball. And Bond hits one towards right field. And tagging from third is Passion. She will score without a throw, so a sacrifice fly for Kennedy Bond sees the Grizzlies score their first run here in the bottom of the second.
Right fielder number 18, Kaylee Stewart.
So now the right fielder Kaylee Stewart will step in the box. Batting .368 on the season is Stewart, and she swings at the first pitch and pops it out of play, foul ball. Still just one out here in the inning for Franklin. That one's ripped down the third baseline, stopped by the third baseman, but no throw. So a hit for Shelby Crockett, or Kaylee Stewart.
Baseman number 2, Skylar Weber.
So runners on the corners as Skylar Weber shows bunt, and a stolen base there for Kaylee Stewart. Moves 60 feet. And so second and third for Skylar Weber, trying to drive in some runs here with one out. And the 1-1 in there for strike two. So now 1-2.
Oh, they got the punter. Is he really good? Yeah. He was by far the most entertaining thing about Iowa football last year. Okay.
And then a check swing there, Peel down to the field umpire, says no swing, so 2-2. So 2-2, low in the dirt, ball 3, full count. So Lewis trying to avoid loading the bases with Ariana Wagner standing on deck. And that one, strike 3 looking. A tough strikeout there for Skylar Weber up in the zone. So it's 2 outs.
Wagner.
2 runners in scoring position for the center fielder, Ariana Wagner. Ariana doesn't just lead the team, she also leads the conference in most hitting statistics this year. Leads the ACC in average, and that one shot right back up the middle to the pitcher. And a good recovery to get the out, but a hard hit ball ends the inning for Franklin with just 1 run across on 2 hits. So we'll head to the top of the third. So top of the third, top of the order for Bluffton backup Mia McCartney leads off And Duncan's back in the circle, starts with ball 1. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. A resilient play from Haley Lewis to end the last inning. She is fourth due up this inning if she stays in the game, and that was a bloop hit in the left field. A throw in a second, not in time, so a leadoff double for Mia McCartney. As Ruth Kaiser almost laid out and made a web gem in left field for that, but ends up being a leadoff double. So now Liz Kreitz, the left fielder, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Kreitz walked her first time up, trying to get on base again for the middle of the order. So it's a bunt and fouls it straight back. So now behind 0-2 is Kreitz. So the 1-2 hit shallow second base and caught by Molly Wallace. So that's the first out of the inning for the Grizzlies. And now Emily Hope steps in the box. Hope, one of the highest averages on this Bluffton team, batting 338. With a 440 on base percentage as well. So no one else in the box in this situation. The runner in scrimmage and trying to tie this up at 1. Takes strike 1. The 1-1. Swung on, foul off left side will do, or it's 1-2 now. That one is chopped towards the second baseman. Wallace fires over to first and gets out number 2. The runner moves up to third. It's McCartney, so just 60 feet away from scoring.
Pitcher number 6, Haley Lewis.
And now the pitcher, Haley Lewis, steps in the box now, trying to help her own cause on the mound, get that run back she suffered in the last half inning. And Duncan starts her off with strike 1. She swings and hits one into left field. That gets down for a base hit, and a run will score. This one is tied back up 1-1 as Haley Lewis helps her own cause and brings the score back level.
Right fielder number 15, Kaylee Michael.
So now the right fielder, Kaylee Michael. She hits one into the right field, foul territory. Wallace trying to get there, laying out, could not make the grab in right field, and a long strike 1. 1-1. Swung on down the left field line, but foul. So now 1-2. Duncan trying to get out of this inning without suffering any more damage. And a slow tapper dribbles foul, so we'll stay 1-2. So 1-2 again. Duncan outside, try to get the chase. Ball 2. And the 2-2 fouled off. Michael staying alive, trying to keep the at-bat going and the inning going for Bluffton, as one's already come across here in the top of the 3rd, trying to get more, potentially get a lead here. This one is hit towards second base. Wallace flips over to shortstop Crockett, and that gets the Grizzlies out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits in the inning for Bluffton. And that takes us to the bottom of the 3rd, where we're tied up at 1. So bottom of the 3rd, Ruth Kaiser leads off for the Grizzlies. And still in the circle is Haley Lewis, who has driven in the only run for Bluffton so far, helping her own cause in the circle. Starts off Kaiser with ball 1. And then a swing and a miss on the 1-0. Moves the count to 1-1. And that one in the dirt. Count moves to 3-1. High and inside, so a leadoff walk to start the inning for Ruth Kaiser.
Second baseman number 12, Molly Wallace.
And Molly Wallace will now step in the box.
Yeah, it does.
And she shoots one over the shortstop's head and into left center field. Rounding 3rd is Kaiser. She'll go home to score on an RBI double. And the Grizzlies go back in front quickly in the bottom of the 3rd with that RBI double for Molly Wallace, her 12th double of the season. Drives in RBI number 26 on the season as well for Molly Wallace. And now Genesis Munoz in the box, swinging and missing at pitch 1. And 1-1 is popped up towards the first base side. Under it is McCartney and records out number 1.
Catcher number 99, Kendall Lowry.
So now the catcher Kendall Lowry steps in. She swings at the first pitch, and that one is foul down the third baseline. Almost dropped in there for a hit. Lowry singled her first time up. Trying to do so again and drive in a run from second. Takes inside, ball 2. So 2-1 to the catcher Lowry. Lewis fires in there, and that one is shot into center field, gets past the center fielder Tedger, and so a 1-out RBI double for Kendall Lowry. Moves the score to 3-1 for the Grizzlies. 12th double of the season for Kendall Lowry. RBI number 23. So now Shelby Crockett steps in, trying to keep this offense rolling in the bottom of the third. And that one is popped up and it drops in and then spins foul. So a little bloop lands fair, but too much backspin on it. Just kicks it foul, so it's strike 1 to the shortstop Crockett. And now 0-2. So 2 strikes to the shortstop, and swings, hits one through the left side hole. That one will hold the runner at third, so another 1-out hit. Sees the runners on corners for Kennedy Bond now.
Designated player number 27, Kennedy Bond.
Second hit of the day for Shelby Crockett. Now, Kennedy Bond, who scored or hit a sacrifice fly to score the game's first run, and the second steps in here. Bottom of the third, chance to get some more RBIs. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes for strike 1. Advancing to second is Crockett on the fake one attempt, and so now second and third for Kennedy Bond. So 0-2, outside, ball 1. Good pitch there from Lewis, trying to paint the outside corner. Bond not chasing and not getting the call from behind the plate. So 1-2. That one is outside. 2-2 now. And then a swing and miss for the strikeout. So second out, first strikeout of the day for Haley Lewis. And now brings up Kaylee Stewart.
Kaylee Stewart.
Still 2 runners in scoring position. Lewis trying to limit the damage, prevent the big inning. And swinging at the first pitch is Stewart, but that one is foul for strike one. And the 0-1 is fouled off. Now 0-2. Quickly behind the count is Stewart. Lewis trying to navigate the inning with bases, or 2 on the bases, and throws ball 1 outside. Already 2 across in the inning for Franklin. And that one is shot foul to the right side, so it stays 1-2. And stays alive. Still 1-2. That one is hit towards center field. Center fielder Tedger gets there and makes the grab for out number 3. So Grizzlies score 2 on 3 hits in the bottom of the third. Take the lead back 3-1 heading into the top of the fourth. So the 6, 7, 8 spots due up here in the top of the fourth for Bluffton. Down by 2. Duncan has the lead again. And first pitch grounded over the shortstop Crockett, who fields and fires and makes the play for out number 1.
Third baseman number 5, Chriselle Davis.
So now third baseman Chriselle Dales grounds it towards the shortstop Crockett, and this one hops up and off the chest of Crockett, and a hit for
Number 3,
Crystal Dales. And now runner on first for Haley Leonard. One swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-2 gets behind the catcher, Kendall Lowry, so free 60 feet for the base runner Dales, and now runner on second with 1 out. And now Leonard fouls that one, keeping the count at 1-2. And now poked over to first base. Munoz makes the grab and steps on first, so 2 outs. Runner moves to third now.
Second baseman number 27, Ashley Cloker.
And now Ashley Cloker will step in the box for Bluffton with 2 outs. Trying to come up with a clutch single here to score a run. So 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Now 1-2. Duncan delivers in there. Strike 3 looking. Duncan gets out of the inning, leaves the runner stranded at third, and gets her first strikeout of the afternoon in a big spot. So the Grizzlies stay up 3-1 heading into the bottom of the fourth. So 9-1-2 due up in the bottom of the fourth for Franklin. A change behind the dish for Bluffton. Riley Hammonds checks in. And a check swing. Peeled on the first. No swing, so ball 1. Weber struck out her first time up. And this one is shot over to third. Dale's there to make the grab and throw to first for out number 1.
Center fielder number 16, Ariana Wagner.
So now top of the order for the Grizzlies. Wagner stepping in the box. 1 for 2 today with a single. Trying to add to that hit total. Takes ball 1. And that one runs inside. Wagner jumps out of the way, so 2-0. And that one is swung on, hit a ton, and that one is way gone for Ariana Wagner. Her 12th homer of the year, and that moves the Grizzlies up 4-1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
That's a home run for number 16, Ariana Wagner.
Lewis left that one in the heart of the plate, down 2-0, and Ariana Wagner made her pay in that one.
Left fielder number 9, Ruth
Hit
Kaiser.
deep in the left center field. Her 12th homer of the season, ties her record from last year with 12 homers. Potential to break that here in this doubleheader. So now Ruth Kaiser in the box now, 1-1. So count even at 2-2 for Ruth Kaiser. 1-for-1 with a walk so far today. And this one hit towards the first baseman, Mia McCartney, and makes the grab and steps on first for out number 2.
Second baseman number 12, Molly Wallace.
So now the second baseman, Molly Wallace, in the box. She's 2-for-2 so far, and with a double. Hit 2 doubles so far today. And takes ball 1. Another one shot towards the left side through the hole between the shortstop and third baseman. So a third hit on the afternoon for Molly Wallace, and the inning stays alive for Genesis Munoz.
Genesis Munoz.
And Munoz takes ball 1. And then fouls the 1-0 off towards the left side, 1-1. That one skips in the dirt, and taking off is Wallace, and grabs a stolen base. So 7th stolen base of the season for Molly Wallace, and now runner on second with a 2-1 count to the first baseman Munoz. So now 3-1 to Munoz. That one, ball 4. And on the pitch, Wallace advances on the walk. So now runners on the corners with Kendall Lowry stepping in the box.
Catcher number 99, Kendall Lowry.
That'll force a visit in the circle for Bluffton as they talk it over. No one up in the bullpen for Bluffton. So seems to be no pitching change as of right now. pinch runner over at first. Bell kneeling is the runner. And Lowry takes ball 1 low in the zone.
Me thinking Ryan's talking about the happy birthday chant.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what? Oh no, is it your birthday?
And that one low as well, 2-0. Big chance for the Grizzlies to do some more damage here. With 2 outs, runner on the corner. That one finds the edge of the zone, strike 1, 2-1. And that one just a tad outside, 3-1. And that one clips the edge this time, so 3-2, full count. Full count to the catcher, Lowry. Runners on the corners. 1 run already across this inning. And Lowry shoots one. Grab made by Dales and fires the first and records the last out of the inning. Big play there from Crashell Dales to end the inning and keep the Grizzlies' lead where it is. We'll head to the top of the 5th, where the top of the order is due up for Bluffton. So top of the 5th, top of the order for Bluffton. Lauren Duncan still out in the circle for the Grizzlies. First pitch swinging for McCartney into left field. Kaiser is there and makes the grab for out number 1.
Left fielder number 8, Liz Kreitz.
And the first pitch rolled foul on the third base side, 0-1. And the 0-1 popped up to the shortstop, Crockett, for the second out. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th for Lauren Duncan. And the first pitch ball to the designated player, Emily Hope. Shot over the shortstop, Crockett, backhand grab, makes a throw, not in time. Hope runs it out. Would have been a great play from the shortstop, Crockett, but Good hustle down the first baseline from Hope, and keeps getting alive for Bluffton. So now the pitcher, Haley Lewis, knocked in the only run so far for Bluffton, with a single back in the third. Trying to help out her cause in the circle again here with 2 outs, runner on first. And swings and puts one up the middle. Another base hit. So back-to-back singles for Bluffton has 2 on with 2 outs. And now Kaylee Michael in the box. And Duncan starts off Michael with ball 1. And that one clips the outside corner. Strike 1, 1-1. That one hit back up to the shortstop, Crockett, under the glove. Wagner charges in, holds the runner at third, so bases are loaded for Julia Tedger.
Center fielder number 16, Julia Tegeter.
So a chance to score some runs and cut into this lead here with bases loaded and 2 outs. Duncan starts off Tegeter with strike 1. And a foul tip caught for strike 2. So 0-2. Bases are loaded. Duncan trying to put an end to the 2-out rally. Outside, ball 1. That one up in the zone. 2-2 now. I want to hit softly towards the second baseman. And so the second baseman, Molly Wallace, went to go make the tag. The ball popped out. The runner going to second didn't realize it, so then Shelby Crockett, I believe, picked it up and made the tag as the runner was off the bag. So the Grizzlies get out of the inning unorthodox, but it counts the same in the scorebook. So the Grizzlies heading to the bottom of the 5th, still up 4-1. So Shelby Crockett will start the inning off for the Grizzlies. He's 2 for 2 today, with 2 singles, and it starts off with a hot shot down to third base. In the hot corner is Dales and fires over to first for out number 1.
Designated player number 27, Kennedy Bond.
Kennedy Bond stepping in, still looking for her first hit of the afternoon. He's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and RBI. Takes the first pitch, fouled to the left side, strike 1. and tapped and spins. Foul. So 0-2 now to the designated player, Kennedy Bond. That one outside. Ball one. Bond shoots one down the right field line. Underneath it is Michael and makes a grab for out number 2.
Right fielder number 18, Kaylee Stewart.
So now Kaylee Stewart in the box. She's 1 for 2 today. Trying to keep the inning going with the top of the order almost up here in the 8th spot of the lineup for the Grizzlies. And quickly ahead in the count, 2-0 is Kaylee Stewart. And fouls a 2-0 off for strike 1. That 2-1 is hit high in the air. Underneath it is a second baseman, Cloaker, and that is out number 3 in the bottom of the 5th. That'll take us to the top of the 6th. Just 6 outs left for Bluffton as they try to come back down 4-1 on the Grizzlies. So Chriselle Dales will lead off the top of the 6th for Bluffton. And takes ball 1. And Duncan falls behind the batter Dales, 2-0. And a swing and a miss, gets strike 1. So now 3-1. Duncan trying to avoid the leadoff walk. And does so as it's a pop-up into right center field, and a good running grab there from Molly Wallace records out number 1 in the top of the 6th. So a pinch hitter here for Bluffton as number 13, Kaylee Grant steps in the box. And Grant, straight in the game, takes 2 balls. And then grounds one to the shortstop, Crockett, who fires over first and gets out number 2.
Pinch hitting number 2, Haley McDade.
So another pinch hitter here as number 2, Haley McDade, steps in the box. And she shoots one up the middle for a 2-out single. Sees the first pitch of the afternoon for her and drives up the middle for a base knock.
First baseman number 22.
Keeps the inning alive. Bluffton did this last inning with 2 outs. Got 3 straight singles. Couldn't capitalize. Trying to see if they can manufacture another 2-out rally here in the top of the 6th.
Re-entering to run, number 27, Ashley Clover.
So a pinch runner over at first base, number 27, Ashley Cloker, re-enters. And the leadoff batter, McCartney, takes ball 1. And fires in on the outside corner for strike 1. And a foul tip, strike 2. So 1-2 to the leadoff hitter McCartney. Duncan trying to get out of this top of the 6th. That one is outside, ball 2. That one's hit high in the air towards center field. Wagner trying to navigate with the wind as the wind was picking up right as that ball was hit. And Wagner makes the grab for out number 3, heading into the bottom of the 6th. So 9-1-2 due up for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to get some more run insurance heading into the last inning. A swing and a miss for strike 1 from Skylar Weber. And Weber tries to lay down a bunt and misses for strike 2. So 0-2 to the third baseman Weber, trying to get her first hit of the afternoon, and that one is upstairs, ball 1. that one upstairs, strikeout looking. Second time down on K's for Skylar Weber.
Center fielder number
Third
16,
strikeout
Ariana
for
Wagner.
Haley Lewis. So now the top of the order comes up for the Grizzlies. Ariana Wagner steps in the box. And last time up, she hit one deep into left center field for her 12th homer of the season. Try to see if she could do it again. This time swings and misses at the first pitch, strike one. And she skies one high in the air. Second baseman calls off the shortstop for the grab. And that is out number 2.
Pinch hitting number 4, Hadley Furman.
So a pinch hitter for the Grizzlies. Number 4, Hadley Furman, will hit for Ruth Kaiser. And Furman takes the first pitch and skies it into center field. Tedger is there and makes the grab for out number 3, so the lead stays where it is for the Grizzlies heading into the last inning. The Grizzlies try to close this one out. So top of 7 here, Grizzlies trying to close this one out. Lauren Duncan stays in the circle, trying to go for the complete game here. And it's the middle of the order. That one lined over to second baseman Wallace, and that is out one quickly in the top of the 7th.
Designated player number 23, Emily Hope.
Now Emily Hope steps in. She's 1 for 3 today. And takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Good pitch from Duncan. Steal strike 1. And a ground ball this time. The second baseman Crockett, or as Wallace at second base, sorry, and that is out number 2. So now down to their final out. As Haley Lewis will step in. She is 3 for 3 today, driven the only run, trying to keep the game alive for Bluffton. And that one drops in there for strike 1. That one popped up left side. Weber underneath it makes the grab for out number 3. So that will do it for game 1 of this doubleheader. Grizzlies take it 4-1 with
Final score in game 1.
big day for Molly Wallace as she had 3 hits, 2 doubles with an RBI. Ariana Wagner was 2 for 4 with a homer.
Stick around, fans, for the senior day ceremonies, which will begin here in a little bit.
Great pitching performance on the mound again from Lauren Duncan.
Approximately 30 to 35
Goes
minutes.
complete game, just gives up 1 earned run on 1 walk with 1 strikeout, and surrenders 8 hits, but no big innings for Bluffton. So that will do it for game 1 of our doubleheader, which will have the senior day ceremony in between games, so could be a bit delay before start of game 2, but we'll be here on Grizz TV for that when it does start. Thank you all for watching Game 1, and we'll see you for Game 2 in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for game 2 of our doubleheader here between the Franklin Grizzlies and the Bluffton Beavers. Franklin took game 1 4-1 with a dominant start from Lauren Duncan in the circle. And the Grizzlies will start Stephanie Kleber in the circle for game 2. Let's meet the lineups for game 2 for Bluffton. Leading off again in game 2, Mia McCartney. Batting second, the designated player Emily Hope. Batting third, Riley Hammonds. Batting fourth, number 15, Kaylee Michael. Batting fifth, number 16, Julia Tegeter. Batting fifth, Chriselle Dales. Number 3, Haley Leonard. Number 27, Ashley Cloker. Batting ninth, number 11, Taryn Hampton. And starting in the circle for Bluffton is Katie Fleshman. Stephanie Kleber gets us started with strike 1 to the leadoff hitter McCartney, who then skies second pitch in the left field. Coming in on it is Kaiser for out number 1.
Designated player number 23, Emily Hope.
So Kleber on the mound. Behind the dish, Lowry at first base, Genesis Munoz at second, Molly Wallace at shortstop, Shelby Crockett at third, and the flex player today is Skylar Weber. And left field, Ruth Kaiser. In center field, Ariana Wagner, and patrolling right is Rianne Brinker. And the 0-1 hit hard to second base, but there is Molly Wallace to make the play for out number 2.
Catcher number 28, Riley Hammonds.
So 2 quick outs here to start game 2 for the Grizzlies. Now Riley Hammonds, who did not play in game 1, steps in the 3 spot for Bluffton and behind the dish. So 1-1 to the catcher Hammonds. And that one upstairs, ball 2. And skied into shallow left center. Back on it is Crockett, who makes the grab for out number 3. Good start on the mound for Stephanie Kleber, and that takes us to the bottom of the first.
Leading off, the center fielder, number 16.
So leading off for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the first is Ariana Wagner. She went 2 for 4 in game 1 with a big homer, her 12th of the year. Tied her career high in a single season for homers. And takes ball 1 outside. Wouldn't be surprised if Bluffton Decides to pitch around Wagner in game 2 here. Trying to take the bat out of her hands. Quickly, 2 balls well off the plate to Ariana Wagner. That one outside, 3-0.
I don't blame him. Oh, me neither.
That one low, ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk for Ariana Wagner to start game 2. That'll take us to Molly Wallace, the second baseman.
Second baseman number 12, Molly Wallace.
Hey, what the hell? What? You're not gonna help out the guys. People couldn't get
And Wagner takes off for second, and that's a stolen base for Ariana Wagner on the first pitch.
everything else up here. I'm also very much
Molly Wallace had a 3-for-3 day in game 1 with 2 doubles and a single. Drove in an RBI as well.
Let's go.
And takes ball 1 inside, 1-1.
Nice.
So Ariana Wagner's 11th stolen base. Foul tip, strike 2. One, 2, swung on, taps down the third baseline, but foul. Count stays at 1-2. This one tapped over the third baseman, Dales, who fires over to first for out number 1.
First baseman number 20, Genesis Munoz.
So now the first baseman, Genesis Munoz, will step in the box. He's 0-for-2 with a walk in game 1. Trying to collect her first hit of the afternoon with a runner in scoring position. That one low and inside, ball 2, 2-0. Fleshman fires in, strike 1. Fleshman making her 16th start of the season. The 6.4 ERA. He is 2-13 in those games with 4 complete games. Does have 53 walks in 69 innings, so could see control become an issue on the mound, trying to limit walks. That one brings the count to 3-2, so full count with 1 out for Genesis Munoz, runner on second. Swing, check swing, no call down for the field umpire, so a second walk in the first inning issued by Katie Fleshman, and so 2 on for Kendall Lowry. Kendall Lowry also had a 2-hit game in game 1. Takes ball 1 inside. pitch popped up towards right field. Coming in on it is the right fielder, Michael, and that's out number 2.
Designated player number 25, Carson Pruitt.
So now Carson Pruitt, designated player, will step in. Batting in the 4-hole today, did not start in game number 1. And takes ball 1 inside. Pruitt making her 28th appearance, her 18th start of the season. Batting .316 with a .544 slugging percentage. Has 2 homers and 7 doubles on the year. Trying to collect a base knock here to score a run or 2. And then fouls off the 2-0 pitch, 2-1. And that one is chopped to the third baseman Dales, who races over the bag to beat Wagner for out number 3.
Enter again. Yeah, sure. 5 people.
Is a good first inning on the mound for Katie Fleshman, who gives up 2 walks but keeps the runners on base. So we'll head into the top of the second, still tied at 0. So top of the second, the right fielder Kaylee Michael will start us off. Takes ball 1 upstairs, and then now ball 2. That one ripped foul down the third baseline. So a long strike 1. That one is hit towards the second baseman Wallace, who fields and makes a throw over to first for out number 1 in the top of the second.
Center fielder number 16, Julia Taylor.
So now the center fielder Julia Taylor steps in the box and takes the first pitch up the middle towards Crockett, who makes the grab on the run and the throw in time for out number 2. Good play at short from Shelby Crockett to tie the second batter of the inning. So now Chriselle Dales will step in. And swings at the first pitch and flies it into center field. Wagner is there and makes the grab. A quick inning in the circle for Stephanie Kleber. Gets the Grizzlies out of the inning without giving up any hits or any walks for no runs. Head to the bottom of the second. 6, 7, 8 spots are due up
Kaiser.
for Franklin. Ruth Kaiser, the left fielder, will get us started. Ruth was 1 for 2 with a walk in game 1 and takes strike 1 on the outside corner. And ball 1 inside. That one clips the edge of the zone. Strike 2. Good pitch there from Fleshman. Now trying to go for the punch out on Kaiser. Instead, a good hit into left center gap. That one will get all the way to the wall. And a leadoff double for Ruth Kaiser to start the inning. Good piece of 2-strike hitting for Ruth Kaiser. Gets a runner in scoring position for Shelby Crockett. And the 1-0 inside. 2-2 to Shelby Crockett. Crockett was 2 for 3 in game 1. He's played some good defense over at short for the Grizzlies in both games so far, and now up in the count 3-0. See if any green light is given to the shortstop. Size take instead, so strike 1. 3-1 now. And the 3-1 pitch down the third baseline and fair. Gets past the outstretched glove of Dales. And so a second double of the inning. This one for Shelby Crockett. Puts runners on second and third for the pitcher, Stephanie Kleber. Kleber trying to give herself the lead in the circle, and takes ball 1 outside. Rips that one foul down the third baseline. 1-1. Just 15 at bats so far this season for Kleber, batting .400. And that one ripped down third baseline and fair. That'll score 1. Round third comes Crockett. And so 3 straight doubles for the Grizzlies. Score 2 runs, and they're up 2-0 in the bottom of the second.
Right fielder number 1, Rhiann Brinker.
So Rhiann Brinker will step in now with still nobody out in the bottom of the second. Runner on second. Making her 26th appearance of the season. Shows bunt. Tries to get it down the third baseline, but rolls foul for strike 1. Hey, trying to lay it down again with 1 strike. This time Foul again. 0-2. So 0-2 to the 9 spot. The right fielder Brinker. And pops it up. In comes the second baseman Cloaker, and that is out number 1. And the lineup will flip over for the Grizzlies now. Ariana Wagner in the box. Walked her first time up. We'll see if Bluffton chooses to pitches to her this time with a runner on second. And that one inside, ball 1. That one is outside, 2-0. 2-0 to the leadoff batter, Wagner. That one in the dirt, ball 3. Bluffton making the business decision to not pitch to Ariana Wagner in this one. Might be the smart decision. See if the rest of the lineup can beat you, which there certainly is plenty of offensive power in this Grizzly lineup. So back-to-back walks to start game 2 for Ariana Wagner. Just adds to her on-base percentage. That's already 540 on-base percentage coming into today's contest. So 1 out. Runners on first and second for Molly Wallace now. Wallace grounded out her first time up in game 2. This one hit foul. So 0-2 to Wallace with runners on first and second, just 1 out. Potential for the middle of the order for Franklin to do some more damage, as 2 has already come across this inning on the Stephanie Kleber double. That one ripped down the line, but foul as well. Stays 0-2. So the 0-2 again coming from Fleshman. Trying to work out of the jam. That one outside, ball 1. And Wallace pops one left field. Underneath it is Hampton, and that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the second.
First baseman number 20, Genesis Munoz.
So now Genesis Munoz in the box. Walked her first time up. Has 2 on, potential for some RBI opportunities for Genesis Munoz. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner from Fleshman. That one shot straight to the first baseman, McCartney. So the Grizzlies score 2 on 3 hits, no errors. Fleshman navigates around the jam with no outs and gets the Grizzlies to 2 runs in the bottom of the second, so we'll head to the top of third in just a moment. Haley Leonard will lead off the top of the third for Bluffton, and swings and fouls off pitch number 1 right back at us. So 0-1 to the shortstop Leonard. And ball 1 in the dirt. And then the 1-1 hit foul down the third baseline, so 1-2 now. Kleber looking for another quick inning in the circle, trying to get that offense back up after she drove in the only 2 runs so far for the Grizzlies. That one in the dirt, ball 2. And the 2-2 rip foul. Well out of play. Count stays where it is. That one hit to the second baseman, Wallace, who bobbles but regathers and makes a throw for out number 1.
Second baseman, number 27, Ashley Cloker.
So Ashley Cloker in the box now. Was 0 for 2 with a strikeout in game 1 earlier today. That one's ball 1 upstairs. That one low, 2-0 now. That one is popped up and foul ball. Strike 1. Cleaver been solid so far on the mound in this one for the Grizzlies, and has been so all year with a 4.46 ERA, 7-4 on the season in 17 appearances, 7 complete games and 1 shutout. That one is popped up down the left field line. Making the grab on the run is Shelby Crockett for out number 2. Great hustle from the shortstop position to make the running grab and record the second out of the inning. Now, Taryn Hampton in the box now. Did not start in game 1. Starting today in left field. That one is up and in. Ball 1. That one outside. Can't find the edge of the zone with the 2-1 pitch. That one is ripped foul down the left field line again. 2-2 with 2 outs in top of the third. Grizzlies up 2-0. And the 2-2 pitch just a bit outside. Full count now. So full count, payoff pitch. Swung on high in the air, left field line. After it is Weber and Crockett, but no one can get there in no man's land. So we'll do the payoff pitch again. And fouled off again. Staying alive is Hampton. So third payoff pitch swung on and fouled off for the third time in the row. Hampton fighting to stay alive. Kleber looking to retire the side in order. 3-2, fouled off again. Nine pitches so far this at bat. Pitch number 10. Popped up to the shortstop. Crockett makes the grab for out number 3. Kleber retires the side in order. And we'll head to the bottom of the third. Grizzlies up 2-0.
The catcher, number 99, Kendall Lowry.
So 4-5-6 due up for the Grizzlies. In the bottom of the third, Kendall Lowry will start us off. He's 0 for 1, grounded out her first time up. That one inside, ball 1. So now 2-0 to the catcher, Lowry. And takes a hack at the 2-0 pitch and chops it foul, 2-1. Still ahead in the count is Lowry, trying to get a leadoff base runner for the Grizzlies as they try to extend their lead in the third inning. That one low, ball 3. Inside, ball 4. Leadoff walk to start the third, issued by Katie Fleshman. So that brings up
Player number 25, Carson Pruitt.
For the Grizzlies. Looks like we'll have a pinch runner for Franklin.
6th run.
Alyssa Pash will be the pinch runner.
Run for the Grizzlies, number 6, Alyssa Pash.
So pinch runner on first, Carson Pruitt up to bat. And then takes strike 1. That one is swung on, shallow left field. That drops in for a hit.
It's fielder's choice.
But
FC.
the pinch runner Pash didn't read the fly ball in left field well, so then charging in on the play was Hampton, who made the throw over to second base to get Pash on the fielder's choice. So that's first out, runner on first now. For Ruth Kaiser. Ruth Kaiser doubled her first time up. Started that stretch of 3 straight doubles for the Grizzlies that scored 2 runs last inning. That one is high and tight for ball 2. And now quickly 3-0. Deep behind. The count is Fleshman trying to work herself back the long way here. That one, ball 4. Second walk of the inning by Fleshman. Her 4th walk, 5th walk of the afternoon.
Shortstop number 13, Shelby Crockett.
So now Shelby Crockett will come to the plate for the 2nd straight inning, and now pinch runner for Franklin as number 21, Belle Kneeling, will pinch run for Carson Pruitt. And then a timeout as Franklin talks over strategy for this at bat. That's head coach Angie Bain talking over it with the base runners and the batter. They try to extend this 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd. 5 walks been issued so far by Fleshman. So now, after that timeout, Crockett in the box takes strike 1 from Fleshman. So 1 out. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Grizzlies trying to extend their lead. That one is ripped hard but foul down the left field line. 0-2 now. Crockett hits one deep in the left center field. That will get down at the wall. That will score 1. Round 3rd comes Kaiser. So a 2 RBI double for Shelby Crockett moves the lead to 4-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Pitcher number 10, Stephanie Kleber.
So Stephanie Kleber back up, doubled her first time up. Has been pretty solid on the mound. This one is tapped down the first baseline. Fielding it is McCartney, and then a tag on the runner. So the runner moves over from 2nd to 3rd, 60 feet away from scoring. And now
Right fielder number 1,
Rhiann Brinker will step in the box. Trying to keep the inning going and turn it over to the top of the order where Ariana Wagner is waiting. Lays the bunt down over the 2nd baseman, fields it cleanly and makes a throw. Is Cloaker, so out number 3. The Grizzlies score 2 more on 1 hit, a pair of walks, and they take a 4-0 lead heading into the top of the 4th. So top of the order rolls back over for Bluffton as Mia McCartney steps in the box. You can see skies one into left field. Back on it is Kaiser and makes the grab on the first pitch of the inning for the first out. Good play. Tracking back to her right is Kaiser. That is out number 1. Now Emily Hope, 0 for 1 so far today. Did go 3 for 4, or 1 for 4, sorry, in game 1. As a fly ball left field, this time coming in on it is Kaiser, and that is out number 2. 2 pitches, 2 outs to start the inning for Stephanie Kleber. And probably taking all the way there is Riley Hammonds in the box, trying to extend the inning a little bit. We'll make a 3-pitch inning. And that's ball 2 in the dirt. That one hit down third baseline to Weber, who makes a grab and throws over to first for out number 3. 12 up, 12 down so far for Stephanie Kleber as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Grizzlies up 4-0.
Number 16, Ariana Wagner.
So top of the order back around for the 3rd time for the Grizzlies. Here in the top of the 4th, Ariana Wagner 0 for 0 with 2 walks so far. Bluffton making the decision to not really pitch to Wagner so far today. See if they go after here in her 3rd at bat, and they do so with strike 1. And Wagner hits one deep into center field. That one's going back, and that one's gone. Ariana Wagner hits her 13th homer of the season. That is a single season record for the Grizzlies. Ariana Wagner, 13 homers in the season. Sets a new school record for the Grizzlies. They pitched to her that time, and she made them pay. Moves the lead to 5-0.
Number 12, Molly Wallace.
And Wallace drives one to left field down the line, rounding first, heading towards second. In there for a stand-up double. Back-to-back hits for the Grizzlies. This time a double from Molly Wallace, her 2nd hit. So runner on second for Genesis Munoz now. continues. Grounds one over to Dales. Checks the runner and then fires over to first for out number 1. Quick first out there for Fleshman.
Kendall Lowry.
And now the catcher, Kendall Lowry, will step in the box with the runner on second. And she hits a line drive to second base, caught by the shortstop, that is, Haley Leonard. And then retrieving back safely is Crockett, and then now 2 outs for the designated player, Carson Pruitt.
25, Carson Pruitt. Change lineup.
And she hits one in the air to center field. Underneath it is Tegeter, and that is out number 3. So the Grizzlies score 1 on the record-setting home run from Ariana Wagner. They move 5-0 heading into the top of the 5th. So Kleber back in the circle and starts off the top of the 5th with strike number 1. That one bounces in there, ball 1. That one is hit down the left field line. Kaiser can't get there, so a long strike 2 for the batter, Kaylee Michael. This one hit Kaiser underneath it and makes the grab to retire the first batter of the 5th.
Third baseman number 5, Chriselle Dales.
And then a swing and a miss at strike 1.
Center fielder number 16, Julia Tegeter.
Julia Tegeter in the box, looking to give Bluffton their first base runner of the afternoon. That one is fouled up 0-2. That one can't find the outside corner, ball 1. Trying to get the call on the black, no call given by the home plate umpire, so 1-2 now to the center fielder. That one hit high in the air in fair territory. Weber underneath it makes the grab. 2 down in the top of the 5th.
Third baseman number 5, Chriselle Dales.
So now Chriselle Dales will step in, third baseman. She hits one to the second baseman, Wallace, and that is 15 up, 15 down through 5. Grizzlies up 5. Back for the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. So the Grizzlies are up 5 in the bottom of the 5th. Bruce Kaiser will lead the Grizzlies off. 1 for 1 with the walk. Scored 2 runs today. And starts it off with ball 1. Freshman still in the game. Giving up 5 walks and 6 hits for 5 runs. Trying to keep the score where it's at. So that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. That one below the zone. Ball 2 for Kaiser. So 3-1 to Kaiser, and that's outside. Ooh, not outside. Call given for strike 2. And the 3-2 is popped up left side. In on it is Hampton, but can't get there, so we'll do the 3-2 again. And a ball 4 there on the full count. So leadoff walk for Bruce Kaiser, and now Shelby Crockett will step in. She's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored in game 2 here. Has 2 doubles so far, trying to keep that streak going and extend the lead for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the 5th. That one is skied in the air in foul territory. Playable though for Dales, and makes the grab for out 1.
Pitcher number 10, Stephanie Kleber.
So the pitcher, Stephanie Kleber, will step in now. She's 1 for 2 so far with 2 RBIs. Had a 2 RBI double back in the 2nd, and she shoots one up the middle for a base hit. Stephanie Kleber helping her cause in the circle, as there's now runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Rhiann Brinker.
Right fielder number 1, Rhiann Brinker.
Somebody's going to run for Stephanie.
And looks like we'll have a pinch runner here for the pitcher Kleber. That'll be number 14,
Pitch running for
Kaylee
the
Roten.
Grizzlies, number 14, Kaylee Roten.
So infield in, expecting the bunt from Brinker, and does so, lays it down, trying to move the runners over, and does so successfully. So a sacrifice bunt advances both runners 60 feet. So now 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs
Number 16,
for Ariana Wagner.
Wagner.
Wagner set the school record her last time up with her 13th homer of the season, and we'll see if Bluffton decides to pitch to her here. That one is ball 1 outside. See if they choose to load the bases and face Molly Wallace with 2 outs, bases loaded, or try and retire this side with Ariana Wagner, and that's ball 2 outside. Doesn't look like they're going to give Wagner much to hit. So 2-0. And the dirt, ball 3. Another business decision here from Bluffton to pass on pitching to Ariana Wagner. choose instead, most likely to face Molly Wallace with the bases loaded. So 4-pitch walk. 3 walks on the afternoon for Ariana Wagner, just raising the on-base percentage even more.
Second baseman number 12, Molly Wallace.
And so Molly Wallace will step in. Molly Wallace is 1 for 3 with a double so far. Trying to put the Grizzlies on top. If the score does move to 8-0, that will do it for us, as the run rule will go in effect. That's ball 1 outside. That one down the third baseline, but foul. Wallace takes the 1-1, but hits it foul. 1-2 now. Fleshman trying to get out the bases loaded jam. 1-2, 2 outs. Wallace trying to put up some more runs on the board, potentially enact the run rule. That one outside, ball 2. That one fouled off down the third baseline. So 2-2 with 2 outs for Molly Wallace. Bluffton chose to face Wallace instead of Wagner. Potentially walked, and that one ripped past the third baseman Dales. That'll score 1, rounding second, third, and that'll 2-run single for Molly Wallace. Moves it to 7-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. So runners still on first and second for the Grizzlies.
First baseman number 20, Genesis.
So 2 for 4 day. And then a new pitcher, number 20, Madeline Vickers, will enter the game.
Now pitching for the Beavers, number 20, Madeline Vickers.
So with the new pitchers, we'll step aside for just a moment, and we'll be back in a second. So the new pitcher, Madeline Vickers, making her 9th appearance of the season. Most of them in relief. 9 innings pitched, give up 13 runs, 9 walks on 6 strikeouts, and Genesis Munoz is in the box. 1 run will end it for the Grizzlies, make it 8-0 in the bottom of the 5th for the run rule. That one down the first baseline, but foul. 1-1. Now the count moves to 1-1 for Munoz. Base hit should score. Wagner does have good speed on the base pass. Stolen 11 bases this year. It's 2-1 now. Got one outside. 3-1 now.
I want this game. I want this game to come to an end on this pitch. Genesis gets a hit. It's over.
So 3-1 now to Munoz. Vickers trying to get out of the inning. That one is ball 4 outside, so the bases are loaded for Kendall Lowry.
Catcher number 99, Kendall Lowry.
So 2 outs, bases loaded again for the Grizzlies. And it's the catcher Kendall Lowry. She's 0 for 2 with a walk so far today, at least in game 2. And a base hit should do it. That one outside, ball 1.
It's cool. Get over it.
There's no way they would do that.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be crazy. Drag it up for what? Just let Ariana hit at that point.
That one in there, ball 2.
I wish.
No, it's 2-0.
So 2-0 to Lowry. That one in the dirt, ball 3.
Come on. There's no way.
There's no way.
3-0 to Kendall Lowry.
Correct,
And
sir. There is a way.
catcher Hammonds goes out there to check with the pitcher Vickers. 3-0, a walk will score the run that will end this game.
Why?
She's like,
I'll get to it, bro. This is not what she's supposed to be doing.
Angie, why?
What's she doing?
She's gonna make a substitution
For Kendall?
no, not for Kendall. For Genesis. She's gonna have 23 run for Genesis.
So with 3-0 count, it's a pinch runner, number 23, Avery Carey will pinch run for Genesis Munoz. And so still 3-0 count to Kendall Lowry.
Somebody else in the game.
So 3-0 could be the last pitch of the game here with ball 4. That one clips the outside corner, so it's 3-1. So 3-1 to the catcher Lowry on its way. Swung on, hits the shortstop, fires a third. In time, gets the out. So Bluffton escapes the bases loaded jam, and it keeps it at 7-0. So we'll play the top of the 6th, where Stephanie Kleber will return to the circle. So top of the 6th, Stephanie Kleber returns to the circle.
Number 4, Lindsey Barnes.
And a pinch hitter to start the sixth, Lindsey Barnes in the game. So in the sixth, the Grizzlies up by 7. Bluffton is still looking for their first base runner. That one in there, ball 1. That one runs inside for ball 2, 2-0 to the pinch hitter Barnes. The 2-0 pitch finds a zone for strike 1. Barnes just making her 4th at bat of the season, is 1 for 3 so far. As he swings and misses for strike 2, 2-2. 2-2 hit down the left field line. That one drops foul, and the count stays at 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Stephanie Kleber, and that is out number 1 in the top of the 6th.
Number 2, Haley McDade.
So another pinch hitter, number 2, Haley McDade. She fouls the first pitch off, 0-1.
Just go straight and simple.
Haley McDade making her 14th appearance of the season, just her 10th at bat, is 1 for 9 so far in those at bats, and that's ball 1 outside. And that runs inside, 2-1. That swung and hit out of play for strike 2, 2-2 now. So 2-2, fouled, staying alive is McDade. That one's skied in the air. In on it is Wallace, but Kleber calls her off and drops it.
E1F.
So an error by the pitcher Kleber will end the perfect game through 5 1/3 for Kleber. That is an unfortunate way to end the perfect game. The first base runner of the day. And then a
Left fielder, number 11, Taryn Hampton. That sucks.
So the first runner of the afternoon for game 2 for Bluffton, and then a bunt popped up foul for strike 1. And that one is ripped down the left field line and foul for strike 2. So 0-2 with 1 out. Runner on second or first. The 0-2 outside, trying to get a chase from Hampton. 1-2. 1-2 is fouled off, staying alive. Back pick over to first, back in time is the runner Cloaker, and it's ball 2, 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch fouled straight back, and it stays 2-2. So the 2-2 again from Kleber. 1 out, runner on first. In there, ball 3. Low and inside, call not given. So 3-2, fouled off. Moves to, stays 3-2. To the payoff pitch again. Kleber trying to make up for her error last at bat. That one fouled off again. Stays 3-2. And that one is ball 4. So after the error, a walk on the full count puts 2 on base for the top of the lineup. Mia McCartney, the first baseman, 0 for 2 so far today. Trying to get first hit for Bluffton. And she hits one in the left center field, and that one will get down in left center field. 1 run will come around third to score. That one into third. Safely is the runner Hampton, so second and third, a RBI double for Mia McCartney. Breaks up the no-hitter for Stephanie Kleber. An outside corner, strike 1. On Emily Hope, the designated player.
She shouldn't have been on base at all. That's what makes it unearned.
Outside corner again, 0-2. And the 0-2 fouled out of play. So 0-2 hit into left field. That one will drop in for a hit. Another one will score. Throw to third and not in time. McCartney in safely at third. So a RBI single for Emily Hope makes it 7-2.
Catcher number 28, Riley Hammonds. He's on 7. Plus on both runners. Yes.
So a mound meeting here between the players of the Grizzlies. They try to get themselves out of this top of the 6th, where 2 have already come across for Bluffton, cutting the lead down to 5 for Franklin.
14. Pinch running number 14, Ella McCombs.
Pinch runner over at first, Ella McCombs. And in the box is Riley Hammonds. She shows bunt, pulls back, runner goes, throw down the second, in time, out, and then in a rundown, going home, in time, double play for the Grizzlies. So They throw the runner out at second, trying to steal, and they get the runner trying to go home. It was McCartney, and a double play gets the Grizzlies out of the inning.
6-5-2.
Surrender 2 runs on 2 hits with 1 error, and so we'll head to the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off,
So bottom of the
hitter
6th,
number 27,
a pinch hitter to start the
Kennedy
inning.
Bond.
Kennedy Bond will step in the box. Started game 1. Now here pinch hitting here in game 2. Bluffton trying to get the bats back up after this productive 6th inning where they scored 2 on 2 hits with an error. And on the mound still is Vickers, who starts off Bond with strike 1. Bond rolls it over to short. Leonard there makes a throw over to first and records out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th.
Left fielder number 9, Ruth Kaiser.
Kaiser steps in, reached on base every time she's come to the dish. 1 for 1 with 2 walks and scored 3 runs today. Trying to get on base for the 4th time. Takes ball 1. So the 1-0 from Vickers. Swung on and hit to the shortstop. Leonard bobbles it, gathers, can't get there in time, so a error on the shortstop sees Ruth Kaiser reach base for the 4th time today.
Number 13, Shelby Crockett.
Now Shelby Crockett, who's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, will step in the box. The 1-0 pitch skied over there,
Oh, nice.
and then a acrobatic catch from the first baseman. McCartney records out number 2 of the inning.
Pitcher number 10, Stephanie Cleaver.
That was a looping foul ball that was seemed to be destined to drop foul, but McCartney gets there and makes the acrobatic grab, and then now Cleaver in the box grounds it over to second, and a cloaker makes the play. So that will take us to the top of the 7th, where the Grizzlies trying to close this one out. Up 7-2. Cleaver should return to the circle, try and get the complete game. We're back in just a moment. So top of the 7th now. Stephanie Kleber is still in the circle,
Catcher number 20.
trying to complete or get the complete game. Was perfect through 5 1/3 before recording an error and then giving up a double into left center gap. Broke up the perfect game and the no-hitter. So now just trying to go for the complete game and the win. Up 7-2. And started off the hitter Hammonds with strike 1 and then bounces ball 1 in the dirt. And then that one is hit down the left field line and foul. So 1-2 now. So 1-2 to the catcher Hammonds. In there, ball 2. Close but no call for Kleber on the mound. And that one's hit softly down the third baseline, but skips foul and stays 2-2. So 2-2 outside, ball 3, full count now. And time called. So 3-2 is the count, just clarifying with the field umpire. And that one's swung and fouled down the left field line, so it stays 3-2. We'll do the payoff pitch again. That 3-2 pitch fouled off again, so we'll do 3-2 again. Long at bat here from Hammonds. That one skied straight up. Lowry trying to track it but can't find it in time, and it drops. So staying alive, Hammonds looking to face her 10th pitch of the at bat. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch down the line and foul again. So the fourth 3-2 coming from Kleber and fouled down the left field line again. Kleber just can't get past the bat of Hammonds, and Hammonds just can't quite find fair territory. Hitting the ball hard down the line, just too early on the pitches from Kleber. And so it's still 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kleber finally gets it past the bat of Hammonds that time, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th.
Right fielder number 15, Kaylee Michael.
First pitch is popped up and foul, out of play, or 1-1. Some other scores around the grounds from some HCSC softball games. Manchester takes down Earlham 7-2. Franklin beat Bluffton in game 1 earlier. Hanover takes it 3-1 over Anderson at home. And in Mount St. Joe 7-0 over Rose Holman. And in Transylvania 11-3 over Defiance. And the 1-1 pitch is grounded over the shortstop Crockett, who makes the backhanded grab and throws over first for out number 2.
Center fielder number 16.
So now the Bluffton down to their final out. Labor looking to finish it off. And that is ball one. And Taylor flies one deep into center field. Wagner back on it, makes the grab, and the Grizzlies complete the sweep of the Beavers. Franklin will move to 14-0 in conference play as they will go to Transylvania next week for a big top of the table matchup. That'll be on Wednesday at 3:30 in Lexington. The Grizzlies win 7-2 in Game 2. They took Game 1 5-1. That was the final game of the regular season here at home. Stephanie Kleber dominant on the mound. 7 innings pitched, just 2 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them earned, 1 walk. Ariana Wagner set the school record for home runs in a season with her 13th blast. She also walked 3 times today, helping the Grizzlies score 7 on 8 hits with 1 error, while Bluffton gets 2 with 2 hits and 1 error. That will do it for your coverage of this Franklin softball matchup between the Bluffton Beavers. Thank you all for watching. I was your host, Ryan Gage, and have a great rest of your evening.